There's nothing better than performance in race driving, right? It doesn't matter whether you're autocrossing, driving a go-kart, participating in high-performance driver education or track day events, or racing wheel-to-wheel at any level. It's just a blast. It triggers something in us all that makes it addictive. I'm with you. A common trait I've noticed amongst practically every performance driver is this. They love to learn and improve. In fact, one could even say that driving around in the squiggly circles that we do would be a little bit boring if we never saw any improvement. Okay, not too boring, but you know what I mean. Of course, improvement means different things to different people. For many, it's a faster lap time, but that's not the only thing that drives us. It could be an even deeper feeling of connection with the car, or more consistency, or learning and driving a new track, or competing and beating others, or learning to use new technology, or modifying or making your car faster, or making more friends, or, well, the list could go on forever. What drives me is two things. First, learning and improving. I'm a learning junkie. I'm addicted to learning. And second, I love sharing what I've learned with others. That might even be the main motivation for my learning. I get a big kick out of helping other drivers get the same kick that I get out of driving. Oh, and that kick, approaching a corner at speed, looking for that last moment to apply the brakes and downshifting through the gears as the car dances around just that little bit, setting up for a perfect turn into the corner as I trail out of the brakes, the car rotating towards the apex as I arc the steering in, bouncing on the edge of grip, then squeezing back on the throttle as I'm on the steering wheel and squirt out of the turn. Just thinking about it gets my heart racing. And I can see, feel, and hear every minute detail what that's like over and over again. I bet you're with me here. I'm so very fortunate to have been able to focus on my two passions, my reasons for being, for the past 5 decades: performance driving and racing, and coaching other drivers. When I was a kid, I wanted to race Indy cars, and I did that. Okay, I didn't win the 500 with the small team I was with, but I did get to race against some of the very best who have ever stepped into the cockpit of a race car. Drivers like Mario and Michael Andretti, Al Unser Jr., Emerson Fittipaldi, Bobby Rahal, Nigel Mansell. I learned a ton from being alongside them in a brake zone or corner. My IndyCar experience led to racing in sports cars, IMSA, Grand Am, American Le Mans Series. I won a Drivers' Championship the year I drove for BMW, and along with my co-drivers, I won the Daytona 24-hour race in 2003. But more importantly, drivers I've instructed and coached have won autocross championships, accelerated their learning in track day events, won races like the Indy 500, Le Mans, and NASCAR. And even more important than what they've won, though, is that they've had more fun, driven more safely, gained confidence, and driven in a way that was once beyond their wildest dreams. See, I equally love working with drivers of all levels. Oh, and there's one other thing. A sweet spot for me in my coaching is the mental game. And for so many of the drivers I've worked with over the years, they've said things like, "Thanks, you've made me a faster, better driver, but everything you teach applies to other areas in my life, and that's very special." That's why I get up every day and think about driving, write about driving, create training resources about driving, and coach drivers of every level and type imaginable. I'm glad you're here with me. Whatever I can do to help you with your driving, I'm up for it. Books, ebooks, webinars, e-courses, seminars and workshops, individual and group coaching, track resources, driving tips. That's why Speed Secrets exists, to be the most complete performance and race driving resource, to help you achieve whatever goals you have for your own driving. There was a time when I wanted to grow my Speed Secrets business by having other coaches work for me. I tried to be everything for everyone, but I realized that wasn't for me, nor for the drivers I was helping. Quality over quantity is what matters to me. Sure, I reference other coaches and drivers and have guests contribute at times, but Speed Secrets is me. Simple, practical, easy to relate to, here for you. That's my goal. There was also a time that I wanted to only work with up-and-coming F1, IndyCar, and NASCAR champions. Sure, I still enjoy that coaching at times, but I actually get a bigger kick out of working with drivers like you. And hey, don't take that the wrong way. I don't mean to suggest you're not going to win the World Championship or Indy 500, but I enjoy working with drivers of all levels. A novice attending their first HPDE event, a track day driver, a club racer, all just as rewarding as seeing a driver I coach drinking milk on the podium at Indy or winning a NASCAR race. When I coach one driver in a one-on-one situation, that's cool because I can get in deep into that with the driver. But I have to admit, I love doing a webinar for dozens and dozens of drivers. knowing that something I've written or recorded is helping thousands of drivers. In that way, I can have a bigger impact and help more drivers. And there's one common trait that all the performance and race drivers that I work with have. They want to learn and improve. Oh, and I guess there's one other thing. They want to have even more fun. So I'm glad you're here with me. Thank you. Keep learning and having fun.